Garth, you was at the event today hosting. How impressed were you with today's event?
I was massively impressed with the event. Firstly, because the quality of the organisation. I think throughout the course of the day, we had over 200 people in the building, in the conference. We had a morning and afternoon sessions. Both sessions was packed. When you consider the programme, the turnaround time to change the rooms from a classic auditorium to one of tables, chairs, so people could actually sit and actually have discussions like an open plan office, was pretty brilliant. Because we had two sessions, both sessions were very fresh, keen to speak to the mentors. The mentees were enthusiastic. So for the organisers, the volunteers and the mentees, it's been a very, very exhausting day, but well worth it.
Yeah, and obviously you was here last year as well. How impressed were you with the boost and the improvements?
I think it's almost unrecognisable. One, the numbers. First, we've got double the numbers, which means obviously double the interest. Yeah. I think that we probably owe much of our success today to Jason Roberts and Rio Ferdinand, who I suppose in their own inimitable way have put the Kick It Out message and brand, on the front and back pages. Yeah. So people were reading about what Kick It Out was about, what it could and couldn't do. I think, we fall into that classic cliche of all publicity is good publicity.
And what do you think's the next step for Kick It Out now?
Well, I think the next step for Kick It Out is greater community participation. Those people who really believe that racism has no place in football really want to get involved. If all they can do is wear a T-shirt in Week of Action, then do that. But if you really believe in making sure racism doesn't enter into football, or we can push back the barriers of racism in football, being a part of Kick It Out is a wonderful, volunteering to do something Kick It Out is a wonderful way of helping that particular sway of opinion. So I think that's what I'm looking for, really, that there's a greater participation from the community with Kick It Out, and a greater participation from the high-profile players. They've said a lot this year, and I personally am very grateful for their comments. I really think that all comment in this issue is valuable. Entering into that debate, and if they can somehow be a part of more of what we do, that'll be tremendously helpful, because they are the showpiece of the movement, I suppose. We've had Marvin Sordell here today, Yannick Bassassi. We've had Bradley Johnson and Fabrice Mwamba. They've all been here. You've all made terrific contribution to what's been going on, and they're a great attraction to the public, and people listen to what they've got to say. So the players getting involved is a big deal.
Obviously, there was an improvement from last year to this year. For next year's event, would you try to get even more bigger, more attractive names and more people as well involved?
Well, we're really excited with the players that came today, with the mentees that came in today. We had Brian Alexander, who is Sepp Blatt's representative on FIFA communication in London, in the UK. We had Keith Curl, international player, manager. We've had Keith Hill, referee from the Football Association. We've had agents, top agents here. We've had sports scientists here. We've had BBC, Sky here. The level of advice and expertise that has been available here, why wouldn't you, if you were a young person wanting advice to get into the job market or football market, why wouldn't you come to this event?